Statehood. We're diving into our rich history and the businesses which boosted the state to what it is today.
Might surprise you. Yeah, right now, Julie joins us here to take us inside the only brothel standing right now in Cripple Creek and its impact on the growth of the town when mining was priority. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning too. You know, a lot of people might not want to hear this, but brothels were essential to bankrolling the Westward expansion.
Welcome to Cripple Creek, a mining town that at its height gave home to 50,000.
I once heard it wasn't the gold that bankrolled the Westward expansion, it was the women.
And the brothels.
It was a ratio of 10 men to every woman.
What I'm trying to say is the women who worked inside of these brothels, the money that they made, particularly from the miners, they then invested in the communities.
Welcome to the Homestead House, the parlor that served the men.
This is the only brothel still standing on Myers Avenue,
Payday was very busy on Myers Avenue.
the red light district of Cripple Creek.
Parlor houses were the most elite of those girls,
At one point, there were 5.
and we were the most elite and most expensive.
The owner here, a woman believed to be a prostitute who came to Cripple Creek to own her own spots, the legendary Pearl DeVere. Her name, despite her death 129 years ago, still echoes through the town.
She's definitely our hero. She gave a lot of money to people, was known to give a lot of money to the churches and schools was her biggest thing, but she also gave money to have buildings built. I think that's part of the reason she's such a legend, because she was known for being, well, a classy lady and a philanthropist.
It was here, at her house, where the ear of the elite was lent to the ladies of the evening.
If they seen something that was needed to help the town or help women, they had the ear of the politicians and the rich men to get those things done. These are licenses the girls of Myers Avenue had to buy from the city. Yes, they were called licenses, but if you read real closely, it was a fine. The girls had to go once a month to a doctor, get a clean bill of health, stop up at City Hall and pay for their license. And believe me, the police knew who hadn't done it each month. The money that the girls paid the city with these fines or licenses went directly to the police fund. That's how Cripple Creek paid for their police department.
Do you think brothels bankrolled the Westward expansion?
Most certainly. You didn't have expansion without the prostitutes or the brothels. It just didn't happen. The average miner was, yeah, they bought their groceries and stuff, but they weren't buying buildings. Right in front of us is the room where Pearl lost her life.
A suspected murder. Though in life she wasn't welcome to high society, her death was another story.
I think part of the reason Pearl's funeral was so large is even the women realized how much she had given to this town.
It was the town that she had given to that laid her to rest.
Her sister arrived to claim the body, and she had told her family she made hats at a millinery shop here in Cripple Creek. Well, when the sister arrived, her death certificate said prostitute, so then she left her.
You were telling me that Pearl is buried here, and
Right.
she's so famous, they've actually had to put wrought iron gates around her grave.
Right. Because too many, well, for years people left stuff on her grave, but then it got really damaging stuff, so the city paid to put a wrought iron around her. So.
Now, on a hill facing the mountainscape, she finds rest next to her patrons.
As they turned for home, the girls started singing and the band started playing. It's hot time in the old town tonight. After they bury her, I think Pearl would have liked that. I really do.
Wow, she gave so much money
So much.
and the huge turnout for her funeral.
And still very much revered in the town of Cripple Creek.
Right.
They have the Pearl DeVere days. They've got the
Yeah.
bed races coming up on June 6th. So it's really fascinating to see how her name has lived much longer than she ever did in Cripple
Yeah,
Creek.
for sure. Okay, Julie, thank you. Yeah, all right, time now.